Alright, so in this video we'll be going over how to find moles to grams when you're given the moles. So we just went over how to find moles to moles. So this is a moles to gram problem. Let me add that. Moles to grams. And the next problem is the same type of moles to grams. I will give you 2 examples per video. Moles to grams. Okay, in this video you will be doing a really similar thing to your last 2 problems, except you're going to be converting the end product. So over here you have 3 moles and 6 moles into grams. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to do the exact same thing that you did up top, exactly the same. So if you don't know what we did up top, when we're doing moles to grams problems, you are going to do the following. So, first thing you're going to do is find your ratio. So we're talking about O, and we're talking about AL. So we have O2 to AL. And if you notice up here how it's 4 to 3 for AL to O2, if it's opposite, so we have O2 to AL, which is opposite, this bottom part is also going to be opposite. So it's going to be 3 to 4. If you want to go up top and find it yourself, O has a 3. So it would be 3. And AL, which is here, has a 4. And so our ratio is 3 to 4. Next step is the same as before. We're going to make a fraction. And the fraction is going to have the number with on the right having the numerator position. So it's going to be on top. So this is going to be on top. So it's going to be 4 over 3, not 3 over 4. And when you put in the calculator to get your little decimal like we did up here, we're going to do 4 division sign 3, and that should give you 1.3-ish. 1.33, 1.3. Let's do 1.33. So next, you're going to do the same as before, and you're going to multiply this value you just got by your given value. In this case, your given value is 3 moles. 3 moles. Look at that. Purple. Bam. Or pink. So 1.33 times 3 moles. And if you put it in your calculator, you should get a value of approximately 4. If you were to do it exactly, it would be exactly 4. But it's just 4. 4 is good enough. Okay? That's 4 moles. Now what we're going to do is we have to convert this 4 moles to grams, because after all, we are looking for grams of AL. So for this, you're going to use a molar mass, and you're going to use the molar mass for AL. If it helps you remember, we just used 3 moles here, right? That was the given value over here. So on your test or whatever work you're working on, just scratch out this little part, because that way you won't try and use the O2. So you see how over here you have O2? We're not going to deal with the O2 to find our molar mass. We are going to actually work with AL to get our molar mass. So over here, we are looking for the molar mass of AL. So 4 moles over 1 times, this is molar mass of AL. And to do this, you're going to look at your periodic table. So if you look on your periodic table, it's going to have a value of 29 grams per 1 mole. So whenever you're doing this kind of multiplication at the end of your problem, or you're going from, in other words, moles to grams, what you're going to do is you're going to have both of the larger numbers on top and 1 on the bottom. So 4, you're going to multiply straight across. 4 times 29 should give you 116, I believe. So let's double check that. 116 right there. And so 116 grams is your final answer. And this is grams of AL. So that's how you do this problem of moles to grams. To recap, I did my ratio. I found it. I changed it into a division problem. I solved that division problem. I then took this number, multiplied by, let me erase this, 3 moles from over here, So 1.33 times 3 moles gives you 4 moles. And then you're not done yet. You're going to take this answer and you're going to multiply it by the molar mass of Al. I get this information from my periodic table. So if you look on your periodic table, Al has the value of 20, I think it was 27. Whoops. So I think the value is actually 27. My bad. But this is where you would get this value from. This is actually going to be 27. My bad. And so your actual answer is going to be 108. My bad. But you see where I got this from? I look on your periodic table. And if I actually zoom, make this bigger, well, you can see these little bitty numbers on the bottom, little decimal numbers, those are your atomic masses that you reference for your molar mass. So let's just recap on molar mass. If I have H2, I would find H up here. Look at the number is 1. But I have 2 H's, so it's going to be 1. I have 2 of them, so times 2. That'll give you a total molar mass for H2 of 2 grams per mole. Just to remember, don't just think, oh, it's Al, that's it, I'm done, 27. If there's other things attached to the Al, or if you have more than one Al, your molar mass is not going to be just the number in the square. However, if you're just dealing with Al by itself, like with this problem, the number in the square will be the molar mass. So I'll repeat that. If we're dealing with a molecule that's maybe, this is not a real molecule, Al2 or Al O3, Al2O3. So for these, the number inside the square, which is 27 approximately, is not your final answer for the molar mass. You must add and multiply to get the total molar mass of these molecules. So in this case, I have 2 Als, so you have to multiply 27 for the Al up here times 2 to get your molar mass. And then down here, you'd have to multiply it by 2 as well, but then add it to whatever the molar mass of O3 is. So that would be 16 times 3. As I got 16 from the periodic table and 3 from right here. So I'm going to go and do the second problem now, and I will work a little bit even slower. If you want to pause it now, feel free to do so now. And then now you can check your answer, assuming you paused it and actually did it. So we will now do number 5. It says you have 9 moles of O2. How many grams of Al do you have? This is moles to grams. So just like before, it's going to be the exact same process all the way through as before. So we have O2 and we have Al. Oh, look, it's the same ratio as before. We can copy it. So O2, oops. So you have O2 and we have Al. O2 is 3. I got that from right here because we just used that ratio up here. To 4. Make a fraction. It'll be 4 over 3. When you put that in your calculator, it's going to be 1.33. Okay, so you followed me so far. I used my ratio. I made it a fraction. The number on the right goes on top. And then I get the value of 1.33. Now you're going to multiply that 1.33 times 3 moles. Not 3 moles, sorry, that's from up here. We're not multiplying by 3 moles. 1.33 times 9 moles. I got it from right over here. We can see on my screen. And times 9 mole. And that should equal about 12 moles. Okay? So, 12 moles is not my final answer. You now must convert that moles to grams using the molar mass of Al. So, we're not using the molar mass of O2. We're using the molar mass of Al. So, you're going to do 12 times 27, and that's going to give you the total answer of 324, and that is your final answer, 324. Let me know if you have any questions. The video is about to cut off. Bye.